My friends, robots are coming, bearing gifts. AI has arrived for your drum kit, and it is absolutely free. Can you believe that? Can someone ask AI what this girl is doing? We will come back to this, but speaking of tech, how about the plugin that puts your music in 3D? Also, Calvin Harris says he is getting too old for this stuff. Plus, get this, vinyl records pressed from coconut oil. How cool is that? And Kanye, what did you do again? Have you felt that you are not getting paid enough by streaming companies? That the royalty pays out seems a little bit light on your wallet? You now have a surprising champion on your side. The US government. They are going to bring democracy to our music. After a challenge by the National Music Publication Association in 2023, which stated that the licensing rates paid by Spotify, Apple Music and other streaming services was too low, and US courts have given nearly $400 million in royalty damages to be paid for streaming between 2020 and 2021. All of this has to do with a lot of legal mumbo-jumbo around mechanical licensing payouts that will go to distributors and eventually to artists. According to the ruling, these rates were underpaid in previous years. And according to the Copyright Royalty Board's phone record tree determination, well, alright, enough with the long names. Basically, you will get more money for your streams in the US, which is a good thing. The Queen of Disco, Donna Summer's second husband, has filed a lawsuit against Kanye West. The late singer's estate claims that Kanye and Ty have acted in bad faith and used unauthorized interpolation. You guys are killing me with these love terms today. Basically, Yeezy and Ty straight mad-mugged a copy of the I Feel Love Jam and ghosted the mister after he pooned the boys. I have no idea what I'm reading. According to reports, Kanye and Ty originally asked for permission to use the sample, but were told no in early February. On February 10, Kanye and Ty released Vultures 1, which included track Good, Don't Die that had the sample in question. A quick search shows that the album is no longer available online in most places, but Bruce Sudano is still suing Kanye and his team for the damages. All of this could get very ugly, as the two sides have not been communicating and are needing the courts to decide who is right here. If you heard this song, let us know your thoughts down below. Did Kanye and Ty Bonnie and Clyde the sample? Staying with business, Live Nation, one of the biggest live events promotion companies in the world today, reported their earnings this week. While I'm not going to put you to sleep with talking about all the financial transaction data that was discussed, they did report that over 620 million tickets were sold this year, which is a 13% increase over the previous year. More people are attending events, and that means more dance floor attendees for your headlining gig. I know you are going to get this year. Even if clubs are seeing less patrons on a regular weekend, those weekend festival events are still growing at a steady pace. With all of these new people attending music festivals and crowds growing rapidly, one company wants to help you digitally locate your besties. Totem Labs has made a new device that doesn't need a cell signal or really any other remote connection to give you direction to your nearest meetup point. The Compass is a standalone device that, when synced with other devices, glows and points in a direction, showing you where your friends are in bigger crowds. With a battery that lasts 72 hours, it will give you all the coverage for those 3-day benders on holiday weekends. The units are currently on pre-order, but they promise the ship date of April, which means that your summer schedules this year could benefit from having one of these. If buying for the crib is your thing, there is even a discount for 5 or more. So get all your friends together and pool your funds for their devices. Have you ever thought to yourself, what do I want to be doing in my old age? Are you interested in being on the road all the time and flying from country to country in your twilight years? Or are you the type that thinks that there is no place like home and a couch is more your speed? Calvin Harris knows exactly what he wants to do when he hits half-century mark. Okay, 50 years is not twilight, okay? In an interview this week, Calvin declared that at 50 years old, he is done. Finished, no more, kind of. Harris thinks that it's a little suspect to see older guys up on stage DJing, even though he acknowledges that there are big name DJs like Carl Cox still doing it at an advanced age. How old is Carl Cox? For him, he would rather end up in the studio, as he says he's going to stop touring as a DJ and work on making something sound good at his home studio. As there are no normal retirement funds for DJs, producing and doing collaborations like Calvin is planning should keep him financially secure well into his twilight years. At least, we can enjoy seeing Calvin play for the next 10 years, as he recently passed the 40-year mark. He's at least older than me. Whoop, whoop. We are a tiny channel, and if you're enjoying our videos, we really need your help. Please consider like and subscribe. It really helps us a ton. With artists now looking at retirement, it is time for new artists to take their place, and the #1 festival in the world wants to train them. The Tomorrowland organizers have launched their very own academy to cultivate the next wave of new musicians and artists to keep us fist pumping in the future. With masterclasses from artists like Laid Back Luke, Sonny James and Ryan Marcio, Afrojack and many others, the teaching roster looks as packed as the summer festival lineup. They offer a very different packages for the services, including a monthly payment plan that starts at just €15, as well as pay as you go where you can buy individual classes. If the main stage is where you want to be and learning about DJ setups from James Hype sounds interesting, you can sign up today on their website linked in the description below. And the award for worst VIP guest in the world goes to this girl. Techno DJ and producer Anthony Godfather was attacked by this booth visitor during his set Sevilla, Spain. While some viewers mistakenly said this was Nina Kravis doing this attacking, Anthony has reportedly said the girl was a friend of his. I commend him for his patience with the woman, but come here folks, get close, come on in here. Here's some rules for behavior for being in the booth if you get invited in the future. No touching the equipment. The shiny flashy buttons do look amazing, please don't turn a knob or push a button. The DJ needs their hands. While there are some artists that pre-record their sets, let's just assume the DJ needs to do some work up there. And no dings on the equipment. The DJ equipment is electronic, so spills on them will typically cause major problems. If you follow these 3 simple rules, you are more than likely going to get invited again for backstage access. So don't be this lady, please, even if the DJ is your friend. At the Super Bowl this year, Cascade became the first in-game DJ for an American football event. For the rest of the world, football means something very different, and Alesso is now going to be the first in-game football DJ. Also in the US, the US MLS League team from Los Angeles, the Galaxy, whose previous claim to fame was the David Beckham team, has announced that Alesso is going to DJ their home opener. Are we really now going to have DJs at every sports event? I mean, if that is the case, call me Olympics. We need to talk. The marriage of sports and dance music isn't too surprising, but what is more surprising is that the US is the place where all of this is happening. Being late to the electronic music revolution, the US has always been big on spectacle, but seemed light on EDM opportunities. We are looking at you, Netherlands. Why didn't you think of this first? I know, AI is old news, and I have talked about it a lot. And you might be tired of hearing about ChatGPT and all the amazing things it's going to do. But, and there is always a big but, if you are going to try AI, you might as well do it while it's free, right? Daisy is a new startup that has an open public beta that is now available for an AI drum machine, titled as Natural Drums. Wait. I thought they were AI generated. This assistive AI copilot is there to help you create, select, and sequence natural sounding drums for your tracks. The plugin can keep 3 different patterns and can also generatively change patterns to create every evolving drum sequences for you to get inspiration or keep the shuffle going at full speed. Trained on expert drummers and real musicians who have agreed to allow their performances be used for the training, we commend them for crowdsourcing the model data and responsible training. If you are a Mac user, so busy guys, you can join the open beta now and help Natural Drums get their plugin ready for release. We will link the beta below, but let us know if you plan to try the beta and are interested in more AI plugins like this, or what types of AI plugin you would be interested in seeing developed in the future. If you are just not into anything AI related, Klevgrand's new plugin OneShot might be right for you. This multi-sampling plugin that focuses on percussion samples, has 15 instrument lanes, each with individual controls for creating the drum kit of your dreams. Each sample instrument has a round-robin velocity sampling feature that changes the feel of each playback every time you hit your pad. There are also controls to adjust other parts of playback dynamically, including the filter envelopes and sample choking. If you went on a tour around the world, what would you record and bring home with you? Multi-instrument artist Jacob Collier recently completed his around-the-world trip on his Jesse tour, and rather than just sticking to TikTok videos of him dancing, he recorded everyone who wants to see him. The Jacob Collier Audience Choir is a new contact library available for free contact player, making it a totally free instrument. While on stage, Jacob asked his audience to each sing ohs and ahs, as well as stomps and claps and snaps. The enterprising musician then returned to the studio and combined all these samples into an instrument that you can now get for free from Native Instruments. If you've always dreamed of singing in one of the biggest choirs in the world, well, buy tickets to Jacob Collier tour event and maybe the next version will feature your vocal performance. Thanks Jacob for your creative idea and Native Instruments for this extremely good sounding choir instrument for free. With more companies asking for immersive versions of your music, we are looking at Apple. I'm glad to see companies like Artist in DSP making free tools for us to use. Transpanner 2 is a new plugin that uses psychoacoustic wizardry, just like Harry Potter of the audio world, to make 3D sounds on stereo systems. The plugin will make sounds move and swoop around your head as fast as the snitch in Quidditch match with a few quick settings adjustments. The plugin can pan any signal in 360 degrees, making this one powerful free plugin. Transpanner 2 is available now both on Mac and PC, so everyone can enjoy the ambiophonic processing now. Having a home studio has a lot of challenges, from oddly shaped rooms to materials that reflect sounds badly. Setting up your studio is one of the biggest issues with making music. IK Multimedia has been helping artists solve these problems for years with the Arc Room correction software and MTM monitors that have the software built in. Now, they have a solution for non-IK branded speakers. The Art Studio Box is a standalone hardware device that allows you to measure your room's acoustics and fix problems with your existing speakers. Along with a brand new update to V4 of the Arc software, the studio includes a measurement microphone and instruction on how to set up the measurements. Promising to deliver a more controlled low end and pinpoint stereo imaging, the system promises to make any monitor speaker setup sound better instantly. Current Arc software users can upgrade for a discounted price of $150, and new users can buy the new hardware for $300. This looks like a very powerful piece of equipment, especially if it does provide the solutions at an extremely low latency that IK states the device has. I have covered how music can heal. It can help keep us from aging, and it can bring us together as a community. Now, a company in Massachusetts has started an education program for incarcerated youth titled Break Free. The company is offering the program to youth ages 13 through 19 who have found themselves on the wrong side of the law. Michael Moyes, the CEO, is a Berkeley Music School graduate and created the program in hopes that the youth will find making music to be an outlet for creating change in their lives. The students also will earn 3 college-level credits upon completing the courses, and we commend them for taking the time to work with those in need of the most help. I really hope these programs catch on, as music can have a powerful effect for good on the world, and this is a great start. For the rest of us law-abiding citizens, dance music is changing our consciousness according to the new studies. A lead researcher at the University of Barcelona, Raquel Aparcio Torres, studied 19 people ages 18 to 20 and has gotten incredible results. The participants were given tracks with specific BPMs, 99, 135 and 171, and hooked up to measurement equipment to monitor their responses. At 99 BPM, individuals were observed as having a feeling of unity and their brain activity synchronized to the beats of the music they were listening to. This impacted their neurons in their brain and shows that electronic music alters our state of consciousness just by listening to it. More research is needed to figure out what permanent effects this has on people, but we suggest getting bigger speakers next time. New Zealand is all the way on the other side of the world from the majority of the population on Earth. So stories that come out of the land of the Lord of the Rings are sometimes few and far between. Holiday Records, a local vinyl pressing shop, has taken the step to make a global impact by making records using a newly available recyclable material. Vinyl records are currently made with polyvinyl chloride or PVC, which is not a very environmentally friendly material. Don't worry, while getting your true analog warmth from your vinyl collection, you are not doing worse damage than driving your car around town for several hours. This still doesn't mean that we shouldn't be doing more to reduce our carbon footprint in music production. We hope that more vinyl companies follow the lead of Holiday Records and use a new material that's sourced from cooking oil and gas that is more sustainable. I hope you have enjoyed this week's news, and we hope you tune in to keep up to date on all the things happening in music in the future.